Hey y'all, I'm gonna start this video out by showing you the moon. There's our moon. Hello. And look what's right there. There's our sun. Sun, Bishop, and the moon. Right there. It's right there. They're right by each other. Literally right by each other in the sky where I'm at in Colorado. So they're right by each other, and I'm in Colorado. And y'all know I live in the mountains. It's so beautiful this year. We're getting a lot of rain. But I am so excited about the dream Abba Yah gave me. This dream was my dream. It was not about the other Hebrew Israelites. It was not about a end-time dream. It was just Abba Yah giving me a report card on how I have been doing. It was in a report card. So, my dream starts out at my grandmother's house in Mississippi. Even though my dad is from Lawton, Oklahoma, even though I was not born in Mississippi, I was born in Oklahoma on Comanche land. For some reason, because my grandmother is the one that still instills so much information, I always, when Abba Yah is teaching, and when I'm having a teaching moment, he always brings me back to my grandmother's last house that she lived in before she passed away. Well, I was there. I put two people in the car. They were driving. I'm assuming they were angels, and then I was in the back. And the way the car opened up, when they opened up the door for me to get out of the car, wow, it's a lot of ants today. When they opened up the door to get me out, the front door and the back door came off all together. So, when the front door and the back door came off all the way together, as I stepped out, I said, wait, I hear a mountain lion crying out. Everybody knows here in the mountains, a mountain lion sounds like a woman screaming. So when you hear that, you know that is a mountain lion. So then I smelled it, and I said, no, let me get back into the car. So as soon as I jumped back into the car, the mountain lion attacked me. And this is right in front of my grandma's house. This happens right in front of my grandmother's house. So, me and one of the person, which was a female, female and me, we fight this mountain lion, and we win. We whooped this mountain lion. So after we beat the mountain lion, and not only do we beat the mountain lion, we beat him into another house. We beat him into the house next door that was to my grandmother's house, because the way my grandmother's house was, we lived at the end of a cul-de-sac, and then we lived on the top of a mountain like type thing. And so my grandmother's house, the neighbor's house, and then it sloped down and went all the way down to the bottom. So we lived sort of on a mountain, like, because from back of my grandmother's house, in front of my grandmother's house, it sloped down. We were at the top. And so in front of my grandmother's house was on a mountain. So so we drive the mountain lion away from my grandmother's house, into the neighbor's yard, the last house on that mountain. I don't know how far up we were, but we was pretty That whole neighborhood was sitting on a mountain. But anyway, then after me and her beat the crap, the other person who was driving didn't help. Me and her beat the crap out of this mountain lion. Then I looked this up. That is spiritual warfare. I looked that up. Biblical meaning is spiritual warfare. So we win in that spiritual warfare. Then the thing changed. Then I go to another place, and my mom was there, my sister was there, I think my daughter was there, and maybe some other people were there. And they were insulting my daughter, and so I kind of went off on them, like, stop insulting my daughter. Then I started telling them about their ways, because they was like, well, your daughter is doing this. And then I was like, well, y'all want to talk, y'all doing this, that, and the other, like that. And I told them about themselves, my mom and my sister. I told them about themselves, kind of put them in their place. And then after that, the scene changed again. Now I am at, come on, Bishop. Now I'm at school. So I'm at school, and the professor comes, and all these different people were trying to get with the professor, do different things with the professor, but I was there to learn. I mean, they was doing all kind of wicked stuff. Some women were sleeping with the professor. Some women were trying to bribe the professor, but I did my job. So at the end of this college course, this wasn't regular school, this was college. And so at the end, I got my grades, and I was so excited to see my grades. So my grades were 2 A's, a B, and a C in my classes. So Abba Yah gave me my report card. I got 2 A's, a B, and a C. So that, I was so excited. Yes. So then I showed back up at my grandmother's house. I was back at my grandmother's house, back in her mountain area, and I was looking around, and I was like, oh no, we finna go back over here and fight. So the 2 angels in the front driving brought me back over there, and I was like, oh no, we finna fight the mountain lion. And then they kind of just didn't say nothing. Then I looked around, and then it was nice animals. It was a deer, elk, and it was birds, different things. And Bishop was playing with some birds, chipmunks, all these different things. And it was pleasant. I never went into my grandma's house. I stayed in the yard. Then, the next thing, I went to comb my hair. When I go off to comb my hair, I'm standing on a bigger mountaintop, y'all. I'm standing on a bigger mountaintop, like I'm telling you. And when I got there, there was 2 other daughters of Zion. 2 other daughters of Zion. Only 2 other daughters of Zion. I was the third showing up. They were already combing their hair, and I was looking at their hair, and I was like, man, their hair look like flowers. And then I was looking at the view, and I'm talking about, I was so high up, I could see almost across America. That's how high up we were on the top of this mountaintop, and there was a mirror. So I was like, okay, it's my turn to comb my hair. So I went over there to comb my hair. My hair was flowers, and I was like, oh, my hair is flowers. I combed it. So I looked it up, what that means. Number 1, being on top of the mountain is Abba Yah's. I was meeting with Abba Yah. I had ascended to be able to meet with Abba Yah like Elijah and Moses. And number 2, Abba Yah had adorned my glory. My glory became more beautiful. My hair was beautiful, beautiful flowers. All 3 of us, we had beautiful, beautiful flowers. 3 daughters of Zion. We were on the mountaintop with Abba Yah. I give him thanks. I give him the glory. I'm working hard for him, and I will keep working hard for him. All praises. Hallelujah.